phone throwing over.
How y'all doing, man? Welcome to the podcast, man. We're gonna talk about why are we losing our babies in the streets? I remember growing up, the OGs and the older people they would have courage and tell you, no, you ain't. We don't want you doing that. You shouldn't do that. We have got away from that in the society. We losing too many of our black kids from gun violence, and it's sad though. It's all right for us to have a street code for these game bangers and all this different stuff. When it comes to our black kids, we're losing by the minute. And that's the hurtful thing as being a black male in America. What are we going to do? I think what we need to do is get the fathers back into the household. Because when you don't have a father, 85% of kids that have a father in the household, not saying they won't stray, but when they have a man, there's something about a man in the household or in the kid's life that the kids tend to want to gravitate. God created a beautiful thing in the world was a woman. Without them, there's nothing. We wouldn't even be here. Just like with our seed, we wouldn't be here. Well, it's sad every time we look at on the news, we got 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids losing their life for senseless stuff. I always used to tell Pete and Steve, they don't bury the scared, they bury the dead. Because when you're dead and gone, that street gonna be there. And that just go for everybody when we leave here. Everybody gonna be mourning for the 2 weeks. As soon as they lay you in the ground, about that week, everybody gonna go on about they living their life. That goes for everybody. Not just that goes for everybody. The life goes on. But when kids are not living past 18, 20 years old and they die like that, what are we going to do as black males? What are we going to do as black people? Because it's sad, bro. We need to stop this street code mess. It's talking about we ain't snitching. Well, we losing our black kids every day by senseless crap, and people know what's going on. We got a lot of black families and black people hurting because they got to bury their kids. And what's the sad thing about it? We don't have insurance on our kids. Soon as one of them die, we got to get a GoMe fund. We got to talk about we need money to bury our kid. What we gonna do right now as the black community? What were we gonna do? Because it's frustrating that we losing our kids out here, the senseless crime, because everybody want to be a gangbanger. We are so emotional, we cannot have a solution without reverting to gun violence. When the time we were growing up, you fought and you was friends the next day. Now everybody's out for blood. What should we do, Pete? What's your solution? Because it's frustrating for me when you go up and give your heart to these kids. And I'm gonna tell you this right here, and it's not all. When you work in the school system, it don't always be the white folks, it be the black folks when they have a man that try to get on to these kids, and the first thing they do is get mad and go to the school system and talk about, oh, he's being mean to my son. And we always talk about it as a black folks, it take a village. Nobody can tell me, because I've lived it for the 16 years. The first parents to go down there to tell on your black ass is the black parents. It's not that you're doing it out of hate. You're doing it out of love, but they get mad because they don't want you to say nothing to them. But as soon as the white folks go upside their head and they holler about, why did the white folks do it? Because when we try to tell them about their kid, they holler about, oh, he don't act like that. Yeah, he do. He's disrespectful just like he at home when he get to the schools. And that's the hurtful part about it. Pete, go ahead and say what you want to say, Pete.
So you're teaching at the school, and what have been your experience with a parent that came in that you tried to warn them about the negative behavior of their child and came back to it? How did they flip it on you and make it seem like you was the problem?
Well, I had that numerous times. So when you told them, oh yeah, you could get on to them, coach, but go behind your back and say that you been all getting on to the child. It's stupid. There's little minor stuff that you have to deal with them. Instead of them coming to you, because at the end of the day, it's not a lot of black males in the school system. It's a lot of single women raising kids. They got multiple kids. They got to work. So they don't want. They don't want. When the kid tell them, I don't have no problem with you telling your parents
But the
something.
whole about it is all about your approach. Now, if you come into somebody aggressive, automatically they're gonna shut down. So
Pete,
nowadays,
when I come at them,
everybody is sensitive. Everything is sensitive. So now you gotta come. Now you gotta change your approach. So now
Pete, I come.
when you talking to a kid, you can't. It's like nowadays you gotta trick a kid to doing what they supposed to do in a way like you can't just tell them, oh, this what I want you to do. They're not gonna respond to it because then they're gonna be like, it's bullying. You know, they got the bullying and this you too aggressive. So nowadays you just gotta play their game. But when it comes to it, like you live in Jacksonville and the kids and y'all got some of the richest teams in the state of Florida. And
Yeah, because
when we was up there and I was way in 09, you couldn't have team party. You couldn't do nothing with the team because the team was too bad. Now fast forward down there 20 years from there, I was down there like the murder capital. And it's crazy because it'd be all over nothing.
no, it's over because we don't have a dialogue. We don't talk. Our kids at a young age, they don't know how to express. We're dealing with a trauma. I'm dealing with trauma. Everybody. You know, I remember when we was growing up, you couldn't tell black folks about no mental issue. They would look at you crazy, thought you was crazy. Nowadays, they have the stuff that we can get mental issue. That's really, well, we could really open up. Not saying the kids nowadays, they're going through a whole lot worse than what we was going through. The difference in our age group, we had older folks and OGs to tell us, no, little bro, you don't do that. These kids now don't really have nobody to look up to them because you see, for instance, with the King situation, they playing on a 12-year-old kid and all that. We see that they don't have the real people that really talk to them and say that ain't what it's about. And that's the sad thing about it, though. And it's hurtful. We have to do better as black male and being in our kids' life and being the role model that they look up to. Not no gang banging crap.
Okay, now answer this question now. When you was younger, who taught you the game? Who gave you the game? And who taught you how to fish, hustle, whatever? Who taught you?
My Uncle Johnny, I got all my uncles, the people it's a lot of people I can't even name that taught me. Mr. Pee Wee, it's a lot. The people that taught me.
Now fast forward to the day. Now you the uncle. Now who are you teaching?
I'm teaching Pete. I'm in the city.
Who you teaching how to survive?
I'm teaching a lot. I'm teaching a lot how to survive, how to change tires and do the stuff that they do. Pete, they don't. It's not so much that they don't want to listen. It's so much that they peers. You could teach a child all you want to.
Okay, so you're teaching. You have two kids that got a conflict in your classroom, or a conflict in the school, and they about to fight or they about to get into it. So when you the first person to arrive on the scene, how would you handle that situation to the notify so it don't happen no more? What would be your approach?
Well, my approach is I was pull them to the side and I talk to them and I give them life scenarios. A, B, say if y'all fight again, he either hit you in your head and kill you or you kill him, you going to jail. What? Thinking out of emotion. You have to react you have to think with a clear mind because it don't take but one little small step to mess your whole life up. You have to put them in a situation that they have to think because these kids now don't think nothing. I guess They don't care about dying.
They don't, but at the end of the day, you still with what you said is kind of vague because at the end of the day, when you're approaching the kid, you got to find out what's the problem. Like why are you so mad at him? What did he do to you to make you want to do something to him? He might say, "Oh, he tried me. Oh, he dropped this. He dropped my set. Some stupid ass shit. He dropped your set. Okay, so you feel like he dropped your set. So if somebody dropping your set, that's more important than your freedom, your life. So you gotta dig into the situation because at the end of the day, you just can't put him to the side and do this. No, you gotta show him like, bro, this is you throwing
Yeah, that's
this up,
true.
you throwing this up, he dropping this, he dropping that. That shit don't mean nothing, bro. That's all gestures. That shit ain't worth your life, but these kids dying over that. Oh, he online dissing.
Yeah,
He dropping my set. Hey, bro, that don't mean nothing, bro.
yeah, shit ain't different.
Man, just look
Go
at
ahead, Steve.
back in the days, man. We ain't had that many cell phones. Got
True.
TV. Everybody ate at the dinner table. Everybody
I
went out.
ain't never ate at the dinner table, Steve.
Huh?
I ain't never ate at the dinner table.
What most people did, but a lot of people ain't have cell phone. We had to go outside and play. Then you had people in the community, that kept up with the community, like the people that was going through like the 1960s and the 50s and fought. And you know what I'm saying? Finally, you know what I'm saying, they got a little bit of freedom, and then, they were raising them kids in the 60s and the 70s. But when the 80s, 90s, when the hip hop era come and all this other type of era come, that's when everything started going. So I think it's just the influence on different things, TV, music, that you ain't really had back in the day. Back in the day, good music. Back in the day, they made music. If they were talking about sex, it was like probably in a subliminal way. Today, boy, Sex and Red, them they just straight up with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree.
They just
I
blunt
agree
with
with
it.
that.
They
I
blunt.
agree with that. I think that's the worst thing could have had came out, that Sexy Red promoting
Yeah,
this. And I ain't mad.
you
But
can't say that because
Sex and Red, it was
music
Trina.
been sexual
It,
for
it, was really,
over
it,
the
it really Trina, Uncle Luke, all that. They really jumped that out.
yeah, but it been sexual before that. If you listen to old blues and
Yeah,
all
but
that shit, it's been sexual through
they
music. So
real blunt with it. You know how it is, man. You know how they ain't blunt with it. They ain't telling you. They ain't going. They
I
ain't
done
like
heard an old school movie where they slap that titty in my mouth and suck it. Go good, man. They was very sexual. It ain't even
Pete, but not to the stream it is right now. It's bad.
it ain't no 70s or 80s music like that. Now you got them blues music now that's King George making that, what I'm saying, had that blues they saying it. But back in the 70s and 80s, you ain't hear no music.
Yep. I
bullshit.
agree with you, Steve, on that. Steve, I
You
agree
hear
with
no
you
music like
110.
Al Green, all that. You ain't hear no music. Okay, I just played a 60 party the other day. Them be the best part. I know I ain't have to hear no cussing. Song
You
called
know why, Steve? You know
song
why,
called
Steve?
that song called Stand Up in It. I thought that song was a 60, 70. That song new.
Yeah.
The newer song, man.
Hey, Steve, yeah, stand up in. That's my your boy. But Steve, you're so right, Pete. It was so much different. They had love songs that really meant something. They had a message. Now anybody can come down. I ain't mad with nobody money, but anybody nowadays can come up with any kind of bull crap. Look at Boss Man. He played the game smart. He got 2 minutes on all his songs, 2 or 3 minutes, but he said he don't care.
People, the rappers back then, you ain't really had no rappers back in the 70s and the 80s. It's 90s when that stuff started really. You know what I'm saying? But the rappers back then, or musicians back then, they weren't talking about selling drugs. Even the rappers, Big Daddy Kane, all them, I know they weren't talking about selling drugs and all that stuff and shooting up people. When that NWA came out, that's when they really weren't talking about selling drugs. So at the end of the day, man, you already know it's the drill music, King Von, Chicago, all good. supposedly gangs, and there's too many out here. And the truth is, we ain't got enough fathers in the house, and
Steve, we don't have enough fathers because the system, if you agree,
oh,
the system has the system has been devoted to take the black male out the household. Because you know why I say that? The reason why I say that is just my opinion. The reason why I say the system, the government system, has prevented the black male, not all situations, but majority of them, because what they did to the black women and everything, they made it where the woman don't need nobody. We give them Section 8, they don't need the man. They took the man out the household, bro. Why you think we got a lot of these kids so sensitive and him downstairs? I'm not saying you can be whatever you want to be, but I'm just saying the male figure's not in the house because the government has took the male figures out the house.
You know, they did that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They can help control the kids and raise how you want to raise. You want to raise them to be a jailbird, or you want to raise them to be how, or keep them in school, in church. Maybe he'll turn out better than he is. It just, it's a system, man. Ain't more.
At the end of the day, bro, it's like it's all how you raise. Like, just say when it came, like all three of us, when we were raised different. Like when I was raised, that like I had my grandma's house. We were all my cousins and stuff. But we still had somebody that held us accountable. Like my big cousin Cat. He always told me, the streets ain't for you. You need to go to school. And at the end of the day, I took his advice, and at the end of the day, I know that I wasn't no street nigga anyway, because I thought I always laugh at they dumb ass, because they always be doing stupid shit. And then now you niggas in jail, and then you like, you don't do this, I ain't no snitch, I ain't it. I could laugh, I could go through and antagonize their ass and go messing with them. But when it all come around to it, it's like we want to be cool. We rather be cool than smart. We want to look good instead of be good. We want to look good instead of feel. So at the end of the day, it's all about perception when it comes to us, and that ain't cool. Cause at the end of the day, no matter how you dressing in school, how your mama got you dressing, that shit still don't mean that when you bring home S&Ds. So,
and nowadays, Pete, you said, and nowadays you said, Pete, most parents hide it, and I don't blame the single mothers. A lot of them hide because they got to work, but to make their kids feel good, they buy them stuff. They don't know what's going on. They don't have enough time to help them with homework. The work is so hard nowadays. Pete, the work, when we compare to when we was going to school, is different. It's much. Them kids at second and third grade, man, you be like, some of them parents don't know that work. Yeah, it was hard for us to know it.
Yeah, I mean, ain't even that. We just got like right now, like me working at a juvenile facility, and the kids that came through the juvenile facility, like me personally, I just try to test their mental, see how far gone they is, see if they can be saved. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of them, they can't be saved because I have to be tough on them, like a big brother, like daddy type. Like, bro, if you don't change, you're gonna die. Like, this what you want? You see what you're doing? Like, I showed them all their flaws. What make them mad, what trigger them. I always trigger the kids just to show them, like, bro, listen, now look how you acting by something so simple. Cause you ain't getting your way, you want to cut up, or you want to tell it, fuck everybody, or I kill you, I do this. Like, bro, they ain't how life work, but they don't want to hear that.
Man, they
don't respect nothing that they can't see.
Music power, man.
Like they respect everything. Like I say Instagram, they see a nigga on Instagram spread money. They think he rich. Get to see nigga on Instagram, he got a nice car. They think he rich. But you don't know that man probably got a nice car to build. Car note might be $1,000. He barely can make the payment. He barely can do this.
Yeah.
And being a smart investor like you hopping in the game going to buy $100,000 car. 9 times out of 10, how I look at it when I was young, I was looking at it, damn, he raw. But when you get older, you be like, damn, boy, if you ain't got no house, you ain't got no, that's a bad investment. Like you spending your, well, at the end of the day, bro, I ended up quitting the juvenile facility because it was frustrating with me because the kids in there, the young men in there, like, it was no, I couldn't, I can get to a lot of people. And my whole life, I always can, like, get to people and make them feel a certain kind of way and change. And I couldn't get to them kids. They weren't trying to hear none of that shit. From all over Florida, Jacksonville, Tallahassee.
Man, you know, once
Bradenton, Brandon.
Once that certain age, man, it's hard to break them, man. It's hard to break them.
They say you got to get the kids. They say, Steve, you got to get the kids from 1 to 6. That's when they start learning to put stuff in. You got to stop them from 1 to 6. Because once they get it.
Yeah, but it's like when it comes to it, it's like they think because Kodak and Lil Durk and all them boys were doing what they doing. Nah, it's like not saying like Durk's situation. They see that he got locked up and his friend told him. Not saying it's a good thing, but that's a good example for the kids coming forward to show them that the streets ain't what it is. Because now look at you vying for your homeboy, bros over hoes and all this, my dog over this. But then when it's time, your dog gonna tell on you.
Yeah.
You just gotta be smart, bro. Like I tell the kid anytime, bro.
So what be when you raising your kids? What's the best way of raising them?
The best way to raise them is spending quality time with your kid. Actually asking questions.
Yeah, man, I'm happy they got arrested. They got arrested. I just at Homestead. They made an arrest for the man that killed that young boy.
They need to.
Yeah. Look, here you go right here.
Oh, well, they needed to arrest him. Like at the end of the day, I don't know the kid like that, but I see that a lot of people posting him, saying that they love him and all that. I never, like, I've been so far away from the street since I stopped coaching, and I feel kind of bad because I do want to coach and be around the kid because I do got a story to tell. Like a lot of times when it comes to it, like it don't gotta come. The story ain't always gotta come from the villain or the gangster. It still come from the other side too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, man.
But what you think about? What you think about New England Patriots firing the coach after 1 year?
I did my homework. On the list has been 7 coaches. The first year have been 7 out of 16 coaches has been African American coaches. I got a name on right here that has been fired.
Name
them. Read the list right here. I got a list right here. How you gonna fire a man, but they're gonna bring somebody else in there with the quarterback position? That's what I just don't like about it. Why hire him if you're gonna fire him? Why?
They just hired him just for a gap filler until they figure out who they want to get. They gonna go hire a recycle coach. What?
But you don't think
I think they did that wrong because
they fired him because he won the game?
That could be the case. True. It could have been the case. They fired him because he won the game. He didn't want to play ball. That's just like if you in any job, if you don't listen to your boss, if your boss tell you to lose and you or do whatever and you don't do it, that's insubordination. That's automatic termination.
Yeah, man.
But
Man.
buddy,
You know the Patriots like Alabama, man. They don't too much like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. Look at Professor Clark. That's 290 over there. 290.
290 all the way.
Look at Champ. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Champ,
yeah.
I see that 290 over there, boy. That thing 290.
Yeah, I'm 290, man.
Yeah.
Andy.
Hey, buddy. What you think about who Tennessee Titans? They gonna get Cam Moore or Shador?
He want them to get Jalen Monroe.
Yeah, right. Jalen Monroe ain't going to about 5th round.
If he transfer, who be honest with you? Jalen Monroe transfer, who won't want to pick him up? He can go to anybody.
He's going to Miami.
He can go to anybody. The man played D1 level football, took y'all to the championship last year. Everything.
Yeah, we don't want no damn Jalen Monroe.
The same way y'all did Jalen Hurts. And what happened? Jalen Hurts balled, came to the NFL. Jalen Hurts could have been y'all, but
And he got paid. And he got paid before tour. No.
yeah, Jalen Hurts did the same thing. Oh, Jalen Hurts can't read the defense.
Can't say that.
That was y'all do.
He can't.
He gonna transfer. He gonna transfer to. I hope he go to Florida State. We want him. We love to have him over there.
You
We want to go to Florida State.
Yeah, I hope he come to Florida State if he do transfer. But I don't think Bama finna let him go.
He gone, man. He declared for the draft.
Man, he ain't declared. I thought the thing said he was transferring. He entered the portal.
No, he's going to the draft.
Cam Ward had declared for the draft and still came back.
Yeah, you know that man.
Long as you don't sign an agent.
You know he ain't gonna get drafted top round quarterback, man. He's probably gonna go like 2nd, 3rd round, if anything. But I think he gonna stay and get that money. Who won't want him?
Miami Hurricanes want him.
Who won't want him? I hope Florida State get him.
See, my man, if he going to Miami, Pete gonna be upset for that.
It's probably because of the coach there. He did better when Nick Saban was there, but this new coach, he want too much.
Pete want him.
And then who y'all gonna have a freshman coming up to come in the SEC and start and play? Name how many freshmen come in the SEC start and play as a true freshman, as a quarterback.
We gonna be all right though.
As a quarterback, buddy.
I thought
The best conference was the Big Ten.
I thought you was on a diet eating that lollipop. What kind of
This the one don't got no sugar on them. That's why this ain't got no sugar.
Bullshit.
It's nasty too. It's nasty.
You eat a sugarless lollipop. Real bullshit, son.
You watching the game?
Yeah, man. Who gonna be Bama next quarterback?
It's either gonna be the white boy Tyler Sampson or the true freshman.
You talking about y'all back?
Tyler Sampson couldn't beat Jalen Monroe.
I ain't gonna beat him. He couldn't beat Jalen Monroe.
when the podcast wrong at? They're right there.
Michelle Field.
Get the podcast. I got.
Buddy, y'all don't really miss Jalen Monroe, buddy, if y'all let him be y'all quarterback.
Jalen Monroe going to Miami.
I hope he come to Florida State.
Monroe ain't coming to Miami.
So what Florida State got over there, they ain't got nothing. He need to come to Florida State.
Castillo.
I think what's the name gonna have him come out better.
Quarterback from Boston College.
Yeah, we don't want Castillo, man. We want Jalen Monroe.
Baby,
We want Jalen Monroe. We want Jalen Monroe. So when when Alabama play Florida State first game of the season, that's gonna be the talk right there.
Alabama play first.
We play Florida State.
And I hope it happens too.
Why Florida State that game? You lock in right now, champ?
If we get Jalen Monroe, I love Florida State.
Yeah, you want to lock in right now? I like Florida State.
All right.
So y'all ain't got no quarterback. Your quarterback ain't gonna be good enough then.
How much you want to go for?
That white boy ain't gonna do nothing. He couldn't beat Jalen Monroe out, man.
You know you got he couldn't beat Jalen Monroe.
No, he can't beat Jalen Monroe. Oh man. So who y'all like for the game tonight?
I'm going with Detroit.
Going Detroit. I picked Detroit too, man. But I need both quarterbacks to throw for under. I need both kickers to kick 2 field goals. Think they gonna get 2 field goals?
Yeah.
Think it's gonna be a defensive game, or you think they're gonna score a lot of points?
It's gonna be a defensive game.
I believe it too, man. That's how I pick my picks.
What about Pete? What Pete picking?
Pick my picks. My pick is my pick. Ugh.
What you think about Cincinnati being kicked out?
Oh, Cincinnati kicked out because Miami lost or Miami won?
They lost.
They need the Chargers to lose.
No, they are.
Hey, Lamar, we play Pittsburgh next week. Lamar 3 versus 6. We got to play the Steelers again.
Who Lamar play?
Pittsburgh next week, next Saturday.
Still getting your bye week?
Only one seed get it. Kansas City, and the winner out of this game get number 1 seed.
I'm kind of glad he gonna play straight anyway. All the other games Lamar played straight.
He had a bye and hurt him.
He had a bye week. They lost. So
they lost, yeah.
So when Baltimore play again?
Saturday. They play Saturday. Play Saturday against Pittsburgh.
Denver play.
Denver play the Houston Texans.
Oh yeah, they do.
So who on Kansas City play after that?
What you gonna do?
Kansas City get the lower seed, the high seed.
They won't play the Monster AFC Championship.
Yeah, they won't play the March AFC. He make it the AFC Championship. Buffalo play San Diego.
I mean, Lamar will play Kansas City next week.
Now Lamar they're gonna play Buffalo.
They play Buffalo if they win.
And they got to go to Buffalo. And they got to go to Buffalo.
They got to go to Buffalo because the Buffalo is the highest seed if they win.
So who Buffalo gonna play?
Buffalo play the Chargers.
Okay, so
No. Buffalo play Denver next week. They the 2 seed. Denver's the 7 seed.
Okay.
then when they win that, who they play?
The winner, if Lamar win, they gonna play Buffalo.
Then who Kansas City gonna play?
They play the winner. They gonna play the winner out of Texas and Texas and whoever.
Working. Yeah.
Who you picking for the one?
Say what now?
Who you picking for the one?
Number one?
Yeah.
Still can't go against Kansas City, man. They beating everything. Oh, I don't know, man. Shit. It depends who getting them. Who get the first pick? Tennessee Titans?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get either the top 2 best quarterback. Either one. Shit, Shador or Cam. Say what? I can't understand what you said. Why you can't do what?
Why not Travis Hunter?
Because they need a quarterback. Those boys definitely need a quarterback.
They just draft Levy.
Who? Levy.
Yeah, the Kentucky quarterback.
Man, Levy ain't nobody, man. That man was the last pick anyway. He wasn't He got. What's up, Brooklyn?
But you sitting on the bus stop sucking on the lollipop. Well, you gotta do better. Talking about a sugar-free lollipop. Where you got a sugar lollipop from?
Sam's.
Bullshit.
It's nasty though. That was taking.
What a rapper at? Who's the rapper?
So why you eating it if it's nasty, buddy?
What a rapper at? Tell me the rapper.
I throw it away, man.
Yeah, I know.
Buddy good, man. He said he was eating right, man. He ain't gonna eat nothing but the sugar free.
Pete done seen all my fruit and stuff I got. I've been making my shakes, my pineapple, my blueberries. I ain't got time to be playing. I'm eating all my fruit. I got my blender, bro. That's what I was doing. Why you at Brooklyn, your dad took you to make the Burger King. You need to leave that processed food alone.
Show me your cup. Right there.
Brooklyn, you need to start eating that processed food.
You eating the processed lollipop though.
This sugar, no sugar, man.
It's processed.
No sugar, man. Nasty.
Anything that don't come from the earth is processed. But you gotta do better, buddy. I'll drink some water. Oh shit,
Yo,
my computer about